Hello everybody, welcome to the first day of the Texture Challenge. It is the first day of spring and there will be 24 prompts and we're taking a very chill approach. No pressure, no falling behind. If life happens, that's okay. These videos will be here waiting for you when you're ready to go. The first thing we want to do is make sure we protect our surface. You can use a tablecloth, plastic sheeting, tarp, or a drop cloth. I'll be using a blue tarp that I actually sewed into a bed sheet, and it works perfectly for me. I also like to have my sketchbook open to a blank page. This gives me a place to test things out before committing to my canvas. It takes the pressure off and lets me experiment freely, and also gives me a chance to see how the tools feel in my hands. It's time to talk about the supplies we'll be using tonight. For modeling paste, I'm using Designer's Palette Artist Acrylic Medium Modeling Paste. It's a 1-quart container that I ordered from Amazon. You won't need much, especially since we're working on such a tiny canvas. I have a palette knife that looks like this for scooping paste out of the container so I don't contaminate it. Then I'll be using size 1 palette knife from Expressions by Nada for applying the texture. I'll link her shop in the caption. She's amazing. And of course we will need acrylic paint. For the background we'll be using this Apple Barrel Dark Gray Gloss. Then we'll be using purple Shuttle Art acrylic paint, purchased from Amazon, and deep red Shuttle Art acrylic paint, also from Amazon. We are going to paint our little tiny canvas entirely gray. Don't forget to get the sides, and then we'll set it aside and let it dry. While that dries, we're going to scoop out some of this modeling paste onto our plate or palette, wherever we're mixing our acrylic and modeling paste together. I did clean off my palette knife and close the modeling paste while we do the next step. So I'm going to mix this purple with the modeling paste. And once it's nice and mixed, we are going to try some techniques out on the sketchbook. I've got a generous amount of paint and paste on the back of my palette knife, and I'm pressing down and pulling outward and kind of lifting up as I pull outward to kind of give it that flower petal look. So I'm just trying to get a feel for the paste on my palette knife and different techniques for pushing it onto the paper or canvas just to see how it feels. I'm going to turn my sketchbook. I'm going to do it in a couple of different directions and just get a feel for what this feels like and what it looks like with the different motions that I do on the paper. And once I feel comfortable, then I'm going to load my palette knife up again, and we're going to start putting some petals down on the canvas. I'm going to push down and bring up and pull towards me. You get that little metal vein inside the petal. I'm going to turn the canvas around and do the same thing directly across from that first petal. Got a nice thick glob of paint on the back of my knife. We're going to push down, pull towards me. Whoops, gotta hold that thing down. But we got the nice vein there again. Now I'm going to do the cross directional. Again, lots of good goopy paint on the back of my palette knife. We're going to push down. This time we're holding the canvas. Pull up slightly and get that little vein in the middle of the petal. So cute. I'll get it a little closer to the camera so you can see the motion. Push down, pull back and up. Cute. And then we'll fill in the spaces between the petals as well. As I fill these gaps in, I'll just explain. The next thing we're going to do is just add red to our already mixed paste to make it kind of like a magenta color. And then we will be putting another layer of petals sort of in the center of this flower. So we're going to go back to the sketchbook and we're going to just try some techniques. It's a little bit different when you are putting the modeling paste on top of some wet modeling paste that's already down. So you want to be a little bit more gentle, maybe less paint on the palette knife, and just get a feel for it in the sketchbook before we do it on our final mini canvas. And once you feel comfortable, then we'll start applying it to the mini canvas. And this is officially my longest video ever. Hopefully that's okay. If you followed along with this challenge, please share. I would love to see how yours turned out. I will share a picture tomorrow because this will dry darker.